Hello. I was just thinking, I'm about to cut down an apple tree, and in my yard, and I currently live where my grandparents lived for the majority of their adult life, and so the yard has all these legacies of memory and of connection to the land and things that like my grandparents invested in. So there's this grief about the idea of cutting down this apple tree that's dying and it's basically dead. And I was just reflecting about that and about the time and labor and investment that goes into land and how wealth, like the acquisition of wealth dislocated from land, creates the illusion of order in the home or in the land, right? So if I'm wealthy, I pay to have all of my land landscaped, organized, appropriately fit to some sort of Pinterest ideal, right? And then since I've outsourced that work, all of a sudden I'm dislocated from that work. I have none of my identity, none of my blood, sweat, and toil invested in that work. So I've used wealth to buffer myself from forms of intimacy that comes from work. And so the endless production of wealth dislocated from land means that I'll buy a house and I'll have it all organized and I'll reshape the land. And then in a couple of years, when my wife or my kid or I'm just like, I want to move, I have no connection to that land, no connection to the local ecologies, no connections to the animals, the insects, the plant life, the water runoff, no connection to any of that. So just throw it all away is literally I'm unconscious. I'm not even aware of those relationships because I've prioritized myself and sort of earning money on the market or whatever. And there's such a deep loss there, and then that excuses me from polluting and drudging up all sorts of land ecologies because I have no idea that has any meaning because I've just paid for it and I've distanced myself from it. As I had that thought, I was sort of grieving, gosh, if I just had more money, I could pay to have my yard landscaped. But wouldn't that remove such deep connectedness? And so, I don't know, being connected to the land is super, super meaningful. Yeah.